Alright guys, it's Sunday afternoon. We got both cars unloaded. We didn't run the cruiser feature because I felt that we were losing power or something was wrong with the car, and then when I came into the pits there was oil everywhere. And Dad didn't run the open class feature because his shifter broke. So we were able to kind of jimmy rig it so Mom can run powder puff because she was mad that we didn't run cruiser. And then junior front wheel drive, that was a very big fiasco. First of all, I want to give a big thanks to Nick Reitz, Bill Reitz, and Luke Reitz for letting me run the front wheel drive car. They let me run Nick's front wheel drive car that he runs in figure 8 front wheel drive. He got into a little bit of an accident. Someone hit him in his heat race, so they were hustling trying to get his car ready to go. So we weren't actually ready for my heat race because I drew number 2 for junior front wheel drive, so I would have started on pole for heat race number 1, but we didn't make it in time, so they just put us back in the back of heat race number 2. I made my way up to 4th or 3rd or something like that, and there was a little bit of a kind of pile up or whatever you want to say. The gap kind of opened up. I saw it. I shot it. I knew I had a fast enough car to kind of go through and try shooting that gap. I thought we would have just went 3 wide in the corners, but one car had a different idea and decided to come down over top of me and cut me off. And by that point, I didn't have enough time to brake besides when I was actually touching him. But heat race for that went good. Everything was going good for heat races and everything. Came into the pits. Then we were getting ready for my stock class feature. Well, after Dad's heat race in open, he came to the pits and said his car was done because the shifter was broke. And so I asked the officials and everything if it was okay to finish off the feature in my car, and they said yeah, they didn't have a problem with it. And so I finished off the feature with my car, but when I was getting ready and was in my car buckling up for the feature for stock class in my car, one of the officials came up to me and said I couldn't run junior front wheel drive anymore because someone came complaining that I was running junior front wheel drive and I run stock class at the same time. Which, yeah, I get it. We kind of expected that. That's why when Nick came up and asked me if I wanted to run junior front wheel drive, we asked the officials to see if that was okay because I had been running stock class and cruiser, but they all had no problem with it, and they said I'm old enough but young enough. I'm not 16 yet, and I'm old enough to be able to run that class. So they had no problem with it, but someone came complaining because, you know, they can't handle someone else beating their kid or something. But yeah, so I couldn't run junior front wheel drive anymore. Still trying to figure things out with that, if I'm going to be able to run that again or not. I think they're going to actually have a meeting this time because they didn't have a meeting before. They just kind of made a decision like off the hip. So they're going to have a meeting this time. Let us know, I think, and then go from there. But all in all, I mean, it was a fairly good night. Sucks the turnout wasn't better, you know, running 4 out of the 6 classes, right? And didn't bring any money home. But oh well. It was still fun running the heat race in junior front wheel drive. I definitely want to do it again in that car, especially that car. Yeah, I'm definitely not comfortable with Dad's car either, though. It's definitely got the power and everything. It's definitely a big upgrade from my car, but with the seating and the steering wheel and everything, just not used to it with driving my car all the time now. And I don't think we were getting enough traction to the ground. I think I was just spinning most of the time. But we got to get some things figured out with that. And the powder puff, Mom also ripped off half the nose cones. We got to fix that. But for the most part, there's not really much damage to any of the cars. I want to figure out, I think it might be the battery on my car. It was starting to lose voltage or whatever you want to say during my feature. But yeah, I think that's going to be all for the video. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.